She waits in the dark, where the city stops breathing. No footsteps, no warning, just a feeling repeating.
I saw her where the street lights fell,
Black dress moving like a private tale,
not too fast, not too slow.
like she already knew where I would go.
Her eyes were calm,
Almost kind, but something colder lived behind. She didn't smile to make me stay.
she smiled like I had no other way.
The bar was loud, the night was thin, but every sound kept pulling in toward the corner where she stood, looking wrong and feeling good.
Don't ask her name,
Don't ask her why.
some faces are doors.
Some doors are lies. She waits in the dark, and I walk right in. She waits in the dark,
Underneath my skin,
she waits in the dark. No mercy, no spark. One look from her eyes, and I lose my heart. Come closer, stay lower. Don't run now, it's almost over.
she moved through the room like smoke and silk, soft like poison, smooth like milk. Every man there tried to pretend he wouldn't follow her to the end. I held my glass, I kept my pride, but pride gets weak when she's inside. Not in the body, not in the head, somewhere lower where the brave things bend. She leaned close but never touched, that was the part that did too much. Her breath was near, her words were few, but every hidden thing I had she knew.
Don't trust the quiet when it feels this warm. Some nights arrive softly, then become the storm. She waits in the dark, and I walk right in. She waits in the dark, underneath my skin. She waits in the dark, no mercy, no spark. One look from her eyes, and I lose my heart. Maybe I wanted the danger, maybe I needed the fall. Maybe the sweetest voices
Are the ones that don't call.
she never forced the door open. She never begged me to stay. She only stood in the darkness,
And I gave myself away.
she waits in the dark, where the night goes deep. She waits in the dark park, where the lonely don't sleep. She waits in the dark, no rescue, no mark. I followed her once, now she lives in the dark. She waits, she waits in the dark, in the dark. She waits. Velvet teeth behind a velvet smile. She says, come closer, stay a little while.
She doesn't hunt like stories say. She doesn't chase, she lets you stay.
No claws, no scream, no broken promise, every lie, every man who said he wouldn't try. Don't call her sweet, don't call her safe. She wears desire
like a second face.
velvet teeth hidden in the kiss. Velvet teeth, no one warns you like this. Velvet teeth, soft until they bite. She takes your name and leaves you with the night. Velvet teeth, soft smile, one more breath. Stay a while.
She touched my sleeve with 2 cold rings, and I forgot important things. The time, the door, the friends I came with, the old excuse I used to leave with. Her perfume moved like heavy rain.
Sweet at first and close to pain.
Not pain that breaks, not pain that screams.
Pain that follows into dreams.
I knew the room was watching me.
I knew the price of curiosity.
Still I leaned into the sound
Of a voice pulling me down. Don't trust the beautiful when it knows your fear. Don't trust the silence when it brings you near. Velvet teeth hidden in the kiss. Velvet teeth, no one warns you like this. Velvet teeth, soft until they bite. She takes your name and leaves you with the night.
The strange thing was,
I didn't wanna run.
I didn't want the morning.
I didn't want the sun.
I wanted the corner.
I wanted the smoke.
I wanted the danger.
In every word she spoke. Velvet teeth behind that perfect mouth. Velvet teeth pulling my heartbeats out. Velvet teeth, no scar, no fight, just one dark kiss. And I belong to the night. Velvet teeth, velvet smile. Too late now. Stay a while. The room turns cold when she walks in. Every candle knows where the night begins.
I was laughing with strangers when
When the lights went low, then the air changed shape and the music slowed. She stood near the mirror, half in blue, like the whole room had been waiting to.
no one introduced her.
No one tried, but every voice in the place went quiet inside. She wore no crown, no silver chain. Still the night moved around her name. I felt a warning under my chest, a little fear dressed like interest. The kind of feeling you don't confess, because it feels too close to blessed. Don't turn around, don't meet her stare. Some women arrive and change the air. The room turns cold, but I burn inside. The room turns cold when she opens her eyes. The room turns cold and the lights go thin. She doesn't touch me, but she still gets in. Cold room, warm skin.
shape at all. The glass in my hand felt strange and weak. I tried to drink but couldn't speak.
She looked at me, then looked away, like she could ruin me any day. Not with anger, not with need, but with the calm of something free.
I watch men smile and lose their place, trying to understand her face. But I knew then what they could not. Some flames are cold before they're hot.
Don't call it love, don't call it chance. Some nights don't ask, they start the day. The room turns cold, but I burn inside. The room turns cold when she opens her eyes. The room turns cold and the lights go thin. She doesn't touch me, but she still gets in.
If I had left,
Would I still hear her?
if I had stayed blind,
Would the night disappear?
but once you have seen
That kind of face
every other light,
feels out of place. The room turns cold, and I know her now. The room turns cold, but I still bow. The room turns cold where her shadow has been. She doesn't need a door, she only walks in. The room turns cold. The room turns cold. She walks in, she walks in. Don't sleep alone. If you hear her name, don't close your eyes. If the air starts to change.
the street was empty when I got back home. Rain on the window, blue on the phone. I told myself the night was done, but something in the dark had just begun.
I heard no knock, I saw no sign, just a cold of breath behind the blind. The room was mine, the bed was still, but the silence moved against my will.
Her voice came soft
From nowhere near, not loud enough for anyone to hear, but deep enough to make me know there are places lonely men shouldn't go. Don't answer softly, don't say you're awake. Some dreams don't visit, they come to take.
Don't sleep
Alone when the night feels wrong.
don't sleep
Alone when the dark gets strong. Don't sleep alone if you feel her near. She comes without footsteps and feeds on fear. Don't sleep, don't dream, don't breathe too deep.
I saw a shape where the moonlight fell. Black hair falling like a hidden veil. Not standing up, walking not fully there, but the room knew the weight of her stare. She didn't rush, she didn't speak. She She only watched me growing weak, and every thought I tried to keep slipped from my hands before sleep. I wanted to wait, but I wasn't gone. The clock kept ticking, the night moved on. She leaned so close, the world went thin, and every locked door opened within.
Don't trust the pillow, don't trust the dream. Some beautiful shadows are worse than they seem.
Don't sleep alone
when the night feels wrong.
Don't sleep alone
when the dark gets strong. Don't sleep alone if you feel her near. She comes without footsteps and feeds on fear.
Maybe she lives
where hunger hides.
Maybe she waits
behind tired eyes.
Maybe the night
is not empty at all.
Maybe some women
don't need to call. Don't sleep alone if the room turns cold. Don't sleep alone if your heart beats slows. Don't sleep alone when the dark is grown. She knows your weakness. Don't sleep alone. Don't sleep. Don't dream. She comes close between. She had the sweetest way to fall, not down, but into me. No sound, no sudden move, just quiet gravity.
Stayed low
in the kind of place good people don't go.
Not because they're pure, not because they're wise,
but because the truth looks different under those lights.
She had black hair,
tired eyes, and a smile that didn't apologize. She didn't pretend to be kind or cruel. She only made me forget the rules.
I knew I should leave before the last song.
I knew the night had been looking too long.
But she moved close with the softest crime
and stole the floor from under time. No push, no chain, no reason at all. Some people don't break you, they teach you to fall. Sweetest way to fall into the dark, into the sound. Sweetest way to fall when no one turns around. Sweetest way to fall. I knew and still gave in.
She made the ending beautiful
before it could begin. Fall slow, fall deep. Don't wait, don't speak. Fall slow, fall deep. Don't wake, don't speak.
Her hand was close, but never mind.
Her eyes moved first and crossed the line.
The room kept spinning, but not too fast.
Like it wanted the moment to last.
She asked me nothing about my life.
No future, no story, no wrong or right.
Only one look that understood.
I wanted the danger because it felt good.
There are mistakes that taste like regret, and mistakes your body won't forget.
She was the second kind of ache,
the kind you choose, though you know it breaks.
No clean goodbye, no safe return. Some beautiful lessons take too long to learn. Sweetest way to fall into the dark, into the
I still drink the wine.
Some hearts don't want rescue,
Some nights don't want light.
and I was never stronger than her shadow that night. Sweetest way to fall, no fear, no control. Sweetest way to fall. She moved inside my soul. Sweetest way to fall. I lost, but not enough, because I still remember the shape of her touch. Fall slow, fall deep. She keeps what dreams can't keep.
She knows the door.
I keep inside.
The one will never open. The one I try to hide. I saw where the hallway bends, where every lonely evening ends. No footsteps came before her face. Still she belonged inside that place. Her eyes were calm, her mouth was still, but every shadow bent to her will. I held my breath, I held my ground, and lost both without a sound.
She didn't ask me for my name. She didn't need to play that game. She looked through every wall I made and found a room where I was afraid. Don't let her close if you need control. She doesn't break the lock. She enters through the soul.
She knows the door.
Where the dark gets in.
She knows the door.
Underneath my skin.
She knows the door.
I never showed before.
One look from her eyes,
And I open more.
the city slept behind the glass. The hours moved but wouldn't cast. She stood there dressed in black and rain, like Julie learned another name.
I tried to speak, words fell thin.
She smiled like she had already been.
Inside the silence I kept low.
Inside the things I never show.
Maybe I wanted to be found. Maybe I wanted to go down. Maybe the warning came too late. Maybe I mistook her for fate.
She knows the door.
And I can't close enough.
She knows the door.
I don't remember how.
She knows the door.
Where my weakness lives.
She takes nothing by force. I simply give.
She knows Before she even appears, the air begins to change. The room forgets its fear.
The clock turned 12
and the walls felt near. Every little sound became too clear. I saw her reflection before her face, like the night had saved her place. She moved in black with a quiet grace. No hurry, no mercy, no human pace. Not cruel enough to make me run, not kind enough to be the one. The moon hit silver across her hair, and every thought stopped halfway there. I knew that wanting can be a chain, but I still stepped closer again. Don't call her dream, don't call her real. Some things arrive by how they make you feel. Midnight takes her shape, and I forget the day. Midnight takes her shape and pulls my will away. Midnight takes her shape inside the room with me. I was almost free, and she looked at me.
She didn't speak, but the silence moved, like every secret had been approved. The curtains breathed, the candle leaned, the mirror showed what I had been. I saw my courage lose its name, I saw desire lose its shame. I saw the person I pretend fade before the night could end.
No hands around my throat, no chain around my wrist. Only the kind of beauty that makes surrender feel like bliss. Midnight takes her shape, and I forget the day. Midnight takes her shape and pulls my will away. Midnight takes her shape, no prayer, no escape. She doesn't chase the night, the night becomes her shape. I heard her voice below the bass, not in my ears, but in a hidden place.
The club was packed, the lights were red. Too many faces, too much in my head. But under the kick, under the floor, I heard a voice I had heard before.
Not from my life I can't explain, not from love and not from pain. Something old or something close, the kind of call the body knows. She stood between the smoke
Her voice below the bass,
calling from the dark.
her voice below the bass,
Cutting through my heart.
her voice below the bass.
No words, no choice. I lost myself inside her voice. She didn't dance, she controlled the beat, like the room was breathing at her feet. One small smile, one little turn, and every cold thing started to burn. I moved closer without a plan. I forgot the man I thought I am. She leaned in slow, then disappeared, but the voice stayed close, the voice stayed near. No melody, no name, no promise, no shame. Just one sound underneath, taking my will, taking my breath.
Her voice below the bass,
Still calling me back.
her voice below the bass,
Where the lights go black.
her voice below the bass.
I know I should leave, but every beat tonight sounds like her to me. Below the bass, below the bass. She waits there. She waits there. Dark room, honey, on her mouth tonight, sweet enough to follow, wrong enough to feel right.
She sat where the lights could
Barely reach, black lace shadow, red wine speech. No one around her spoke too loud, like she was separate from the crowd.
Her lips were calm, her eyes were deep.
The kind of dark that doesn't sleep. I watched the glass touch her hand and felt my reason leave the land. She didn't offer, didn't ask, just let the moment drop its mask. I tasted danger in the air and wanted more because she was there. Sweet is not safe, soft is not kind. Some sugar stays too long in the mind. Dark room, honey, dripping slow. Dark room, honey, where the lost hearts go. Dark room, honey, on her lips and the sound. She didn't pull me under, I willingly went down.
The night went velvet on the wall. I heard my old defenses fall. She smiled like she had seen before. A man forget what he came here for.
Her perfume stayed between the beats, heavy as rain on empty streets. I knew the price, I knew the game. Still I leaned into the flame. If sweet I've been lonely enough to know what I chose. Dark room, honey, dripping slow. Dark room, honey, where the lost hearts go. Dark room, honey, I still taste her name. The night moved on, but I never came back the same. Dark room, honey, slow and low. Dark room, honey, don't let go. The window was open, but I never heard rain. Something came in quietly and whispered my name.
I left the glass beside the bed. Too many
Thoughts inside my head.
The room was
Still the clock was wrong. The night had been too quiet too long.
then cold air moved across my skin.
Like someone had just stepped within.
I saw the curtain lift and fall,
But no one stood against the wall.
still I knew she had arrived.
Not by my eyes, but deep inside.
The way the silence changed its tone.
The way the room was not my own. Don't leave the night. An open place. Some shadows enter without a face. The window was open and she came through. The window was open, now everything is new. The window was open, no lock, no sign,
She crossed the dark.
and entered mine.
I couldn't wake because I wasn't asleep. I couldn't move because the pull was deep. I saw her hair like midnight thread, falling over the edge of my bed.
She didn't speak the way people do. Her silence knew the whole truth. She touched no skin, she made no sound. Still every wall came falling down.
I should have closed it. I should have known. A lonely room calls things unknown.
The window was open and she came through. The window was open, I belong to the blue. The window was open, now I understand.
Some nights don't knock.
They simply land. Open window, cold air. She was never gone. She was there. to her eyes. The sun can rise, but I won't
For the daylight like it owed me peace, like gold on the wall would make the dark release. But the room stayed heavy where her shadow had been, and the air kept carrying her under my skin. The sheets were cold, the glass was dry, the city below kept passing by. People were waking, doors were wide, but I was still somewhere inside. Not sleeping, not dreaming, not fully awake, just holding the shape of a beautiful mistake. I said I would forget when the light came through, but morning had nothing stronger than you. Don't tell me time will clear her name. Some nights survive outside the flame. No morning for me. She owns the dark. No morning for me. She left her mark. No morning for me. Light feels thin. She came at midnight and never left within. Outside to the waking street, fresh bread, wet stone, strangers' feet. But every face was far away, and every sound had less to say. I saw her once in a window flash, or maybe memory moved too fast. Black hair, red mouth, eyes too still, enough to bend my stubborn will. Maybe she was hunger, maybe she was grief, maybe she was the answer to a question underneath. No morning for me. She owns the dark. No morning for me. She left her mark. No morning for me. The dawn can try, but she lives in the place where I close my eyes. No morning, no morning, only her, only dark. Lace and thunder, soft and severe. She came through the doorway, and the room felt fear. She wore black lace like a warning sign, but smiled like the warning wasn't mine. The music hit, the walls shook low, still she was the
I know the sound, but knowing the fall won't stop the ground. Lace and thunder, she breaks the night. Lace and thunder, wrong feels right. Lace and thunder, soft, dark and loud. She doesn't enter rooms, she becomes the crowd. A bed of black roses in a room with no sun. I knew I should leave, but I had already begun.
The door was half open, the floor was cold. The air smelled like secrets too heavy to hold. She stood by the mirror, undoing her hair, like every lost dream had followed her there.
Black roses lay where the light should be, petals like shadows waiting for me. I did not ask who left them behind. Some details are safer outside the mind.
She turned and the night moved in her eyes. Not angry, not gentle, not wearing disguise. I felt the old world slip from my hand, like water disappearing into sand.
Don't touch the roses if you fear the thorn. Some beauty is waiting where warnings are born.
Bed of black roses,
where she calls my name.
bed of black roses,
Nothing stays the same.
bed of black roses,
Soft as a light, I lay down once
and forgot the sky. Her voice was low, almost kind, but kindness was not what changed my mind. It was the silence after each word, like the room had heard what I had heard. I wanted to ask if this was real, but real is smaller than what you feel. She touched the rose beside my chest, and all my fear became unrest.
There are beds made for sleeping, there are beds made for dreams, and there are beds that remember every man who leaves. Bed of black roses, where she calls my name.
Bed of black roses,
Nothing stays the same. deeper the dead. Black roses, black room, her shadow on my tomb. Black roses, black room, her shadow, my doom. Black roses, black room, her shadow, my doom. Black roses. She smiles like trouble, but trouble smiles back. She walks in velvet and leaves the room black.
I saw her laughing near the stairs,
Like she had no use for prayers. A little danger in her glass, a little history in her past.
she didn't dress to be approved.
She dressed like the whole night moved
Around her shoulder, around her hips,
around the silence on her lips.
I had a reason to be wise.
Then she raised those midnight eyes, and every clever line I knew fell apart before it grew. Don't call it easy, don't call it chance. She doesn't ask you, she changes the dance.
She
Smiles like trouble, and I want to fall. She smiles like trouble, and I forget it all. She smiles like trouble, soft, dark, and slow.
I know I shouldn't follow,
But I still go.
the bartender gave me one last look, like he had read this ending in the book.
But endings don't matter when the bass is deep and the wrong eyes wake. What should sleep?
She came too close, then moved away.
Left me breathing what she didn't say.
No promise, no question, no open door.
Still I apart at night. She smiles like trouble, and I want the fall. She smiles like trouble, and I forget it all. She smiles like trouble, no cure, no control. She took one look and found the hole. Trouble smiles, trouble stays. She leaves once, but never away.